So, yeah, so today we are talking about support and resistance. And we want to see how we can trade a down trade and how we can trade an up trade. So support zone is usually formed when there is a down trade. This was a down trade. Then we get a rejection within a specific region. Just a minute. We get support when we get multiple rejections here. When the market is on a downtrend, then we get multiple rejections, then the market changes direction. We talked about change of direction in the morning when we were talking about the points of interest and the danger zones. So when we get multiple rejections and the market changes direction, what is formed here is what we call a support. So on the lower side, when the market is selling, when the market is bearish, then we get rejections here, then the market changes direction and becomes bullish. What is left here is what we call the support. So support will prevent the price from pushing down further. Support will prevent this price from pushing down further. And the opposite of this support is when this was a bullish market, then all of a sudden we get rejections, several rejections, then the market changes direction and starts to sell, pushing down. What is left here, what is formed here is what we call the what? We call this the resistance. So support is usually here. This is where we get our support. And our resistance is usually here. So the work of resistance is to prevent this price from pushing up further. The work of support is prevent this price from falling further, pushing down further. So support is on the lower side. This was a bearish market. This was a down trade. The market was pushing down. Then it changed direction and started to buy. So I said what is left here is what we call the support zone. When the market is buying, then decides to change direction and push down, what is left here is the what? Is the resistance. Hence now the concept support and resistance. I don't know if you are together, guys.
Yes, we are.
Very clear.
Is it very clear with you?
With
Victoria,
me, yes.
how are you?
Yes.
So we'll be looking at how we can trade them. Is Apostle here? Apostle, are we together? I've been looking for you. Anna, maybe he's not around, but I'll call him. He's been missing in action. Now, I said the support is formed when we get multiple rejections on the downside. So if this market, let me repeat again, let me clear everything. So if this was a bearish market, if this market was pushing down, then we got rejection here, then the market started to push up. What is left here?
Support.
Is what we call support. When the market is pushing up,
Resistance.
then starts to change direction. What is left here is what we call what?
Resistance.
Resistance. Like that. So I want us to know how we can trade within support and resistance. Now, remember guys, I told you the market always repeats its pattern. Whatever happened previously will still happen the days to come. So if this was my support, if this market came and changed direction at this area here, came all the way up and came back again, I'm expecting the same market to tap my support. I'm expecting the market to tap my support here, then get rejected and go back to resistance, get rejected and come back to support, get rejected and go back to where? To resistance. So the market will always move like this. That's how the market will always move. Okay? Are we together? So what happens when the support is broken? So in case the market comes all the way, in case this market, let me remove all these drawings. So in case this market breaks my support, what will happen? If this market comes and breaks this support here and closes with a body, remember guys, we said you must wait for the candle to close with a body. If it closes with a body and the market will continue to sell, then decides to consolidate or reverse at this area. So at this point, the market will create a new what? The market will create a new support here. So when the support is broken, it forms a new support on the next reversal. So the market will form a new support. Then this old support, which was previous support, will become now what?
Resistance.
It will become now resistance. So if this market comes back to resistance and breaks above the resistance with a body and continues to push up, what is formed here? This becomes now the support, and this will become the resistance. Next, if this resistance is broken, then we get a rejection. What is formed here? This will be a resistance, and this will become our support. So support can become your resistance if it's broken, and your resistance can become your support if it's broken. I don't know if you are together. Anyone who is lost? Anyone who is lost? I don't know if you are together, guys. Anyone who is lost?
For me, I'm with you.
We are together.
Okay. Now, let's identify in our Forex market now. In our live market, let's identify the support and the resistance. Let's identify our support and resistance. Let's see how this market behaved or will behave, or how this market has been behaving. I'll use a random time frame. Okay, for instance, let's look at this market. Please mute your mic. Now, look at this market. When the market came all the way, this market created support here. It was broken, then the market came all the way down, reversed at this area, then it formed a what? Support here. Came all the way up, it did not reach our resistance. Came back in the middle, it created another resistance. It came down and created a new support there. Then it pushed up. This resistance was broken and it formed a new resistance here. Then the market came all the way down to near our what? We can draw this support like this. It came and tapped my support, this support here. Then it was rejected. Came back, tapped this resistance, You see, and came back to created another support here. When it created another support, it was pushed up to the resistance again. Then after the resistance, there was a breakout here. You remember what we said when a candle closes above the resistance? It closed above the resistance. So this became my support. So the market came all the way up and created a new what? New resistance there. Then came back to our support. Remember we said when the resistance is broken, it becomes now a support. So, and this becomes our new resistance. So it came back to our support. Then you can see it was rejected and it went up and broke above our resistance with a body. Then it went all the way up until it formed a new what? A new resistance here. New resistance was formed there. Then it came down almost within the same region where there was our resistance. This resistance here, you can see almost there. It formed another support. So this is another support which was formed because you can see the market was rejected. Then the market came all the way with a lot of struggles back to our resistance. It was rejected, came back again strong, rejected, then came back again strong. After breakout, you can see it broke with a body, went all the way to today's market, and created a new what? A new resistance. Came back to the support, broke this resistance which was here, which now became our support, broke that, tried to resist and go back to the resistance, but it refused. Came back again, then it created a new support here, which was also available here. There was previous support here. You can see this rejection. At this corner here, there was another support. So the market came, tapped that support, and now it's within a resistance. So if this market breaks this resistance, now it will go back all the way to our resistance, and this will become our support. So you can see the market is just playing around support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, like that. So when the resistance is broken, it becomes our support. When a support is broken, it becomes our resistance. I don't know if we are together.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Any challenge, any person who has not understood? Support and resistance is very easy. Support and resistance is very easy. Anyone who has a question? Does it mean you guys will be able to trade support and resistance now?
We're listening.
You guys are quiet, man. Are you
We're
guys
following the
sleepy?
lesson.
I think
So
most of you are
Together.
fresh now. Yes?
So the
They're
support
together.
and resistance, we can also call them the demand and supply zones.
Yes. Those are the supply
It's
and
the same
demand.
thing.
Yes.
See that?
Wow, perfect.
So you guys are okay.
Personally, I'm fine.
Okay, now how do we trade within the support and resistance?
I have a question.
We wait for the
Yes.
breakout.
So we do once there's a breakout in the support or the resistance.
Yeah.
Does it? I'm just looking at the chart. Does it happen more than once in the breakouts, or it doesn't matter?
When you get a breakout.
Yes, you see, like now when it tips the support or the resistance,
Yeah.
and then the wick gets there and goes down, and then it comes back. Then it keeps tipping onto it. Does it have to? Can it mitigate it, or can it go past it? And we say it's still a support and resistance. I don't know whether you understand my question.
Yes, I understand. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about what happens when it breaks in a week. I'll talk about that. First, I need us to be able to identify the support and resistance. You guys, let me tell you something about support and resistance, how we can now trade about within support and resistance. So if this is my resistance and this is my support, it's very simple. We're expecting the market to push all the way to support, to resistance, then come back. So some people call this the resistance, or some people can call it the demand. I will not talk about supply and demand. I don't want to confuse you. This will be the resistance. Some people call this the sell zone. I talk about if it's broken and it will become a buy zone. I'll talk about that. So these are sell zone, these are resistance, and this is the support. Now, Frank, are you in the class? There was a spike which happened today when we were trading at the I was almost losing $3,000. I sent a screenshot in the group, but I recovered. I'll show to you, Frank. Now, if this is my resistance, I'm expecting when the market taps this area, then we get rejection candles, a strong bearish candle. It means this market has been rejected and it's coming on the way to our support. So what do we do at that level? What do we do at this level? When we see signs of rejection, we sell. Then when it comes and starts to tap my support, it's a nice opportunity for you to buy. Target this resistance. When it gets to resistance, we get rejection, signs of rejection, it's time to sell and target where? The support. When it's within the support, we get some signs of rejection, bullish candles, it's time to buy targeting where? The resistance. So that's how you can buy. Buy here, sell here. Buy here, sell here. Buy here, sell here. That's how the chain works. Now, in case this market breaks above your resistance, this was our sell zone. This is when you have to sell targeting this support. In case of a breakout, and I break out, I said the candle must close above with a body. If it closes above, remember what we do. If a candle closes above the region, this is a nice opportunity for you to buy. So this becomes a buy zone.
Buying
You
point.
buy, you buy here and wait for the candle to, if there is already existing resistance, you can target that area. If there is not existing resistance, I'll talk about that when I'm talking about the fib. So you will expect the market to create another resistance here, then come back to your support, then you can buy again, targeting this resistance. So your resistance can turn to be your buy zone if a candle breaks above with a body. Now, what about the sell side? If this market comes all the way down, breaks below this support with a body, what will happen? We sell. It was supposed to buy if we get signs of rejection, bullish moves. But if a candle closes below this area, it's time for us to sell and target our next what? Our next support. Then this will be our resistance. We sell at this area, targeting our support again. And so this will turn to be our resistance. But if this market comes and breaks this resistance, it will be going up to target this what? This resistance, and this will remain a new support. So you need to be very careful identifying all your support and resistance. Wait for the breakout. before we go to the liquidity sweeps, I'll talk about liquidity in the next class. I think tomorrow morning. But for now, I need us to be able to understand support and resistance. I don't know if we are together.
Yeah.
Anyone who is lost? I don't know why I feel there are some people who are already lost. So I talked about the trade lines. That's why I said my sessions, you need to understand the sessions, how they follow each other for you to be able to understand my concepts, my approach that I have in the market. Hi, Brenda, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How is the progress? You making money?
I haven't traded the past 2 days because I wasn't feeling too well, like I said to you.
Okay, sorry, man.
Yeah, but I'm better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Kate around? Kate, where are you? Hi, George.
Hello.
Simpa, you've decided to join our class today. How was the market today?
I slept. I'm glad I slept.
You remember, I was sweating the whole London session, man. I hate
Man,
London.
but yesterday was beautiful. So today, I think my sleeping saved me.
Man, you could be sweating like me. You saw how I was really sweating. I was almost closing with a loss of 5K, man.
Oh Lord, I know that's oof. When it
But it
is
saved me.
it creates depression.
Well, for the guys who say they cannot hold a position, I started holding my position from around 12 and I've just closed. From 12, I've been holding a position all the way from 12 until around 7 p.m. So you can imagine how many, those are hours just looking at my phone and the chat. Yeah, the market.
The good
The
thing,
market.
your account is fat.
Yes. Yeah, my account is big, but man, it was a struggle.
If you have a very malnutrited account, that is where you'll be singing Kumbaya. Huh?
Man, I could be crying, man.
Yeah.
Well, $5,000 within a day is not easy.
Oh no.
I've managed to close with around $1,200. Those some positions were already in losses, but I closed with a profit.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So guys, meet George. This is the guy who grew his account from 10K to 24. Who got $24,000 within a day. This is George from North Carolina. He's a Kenyan from Nakuru, but lives in North Carolina.
Hello.
Welcome,
How
George.
much?
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Forex.
Grew from how much?
George,
How
I
much?
think I should come to North Carolina.
You're welcome.
Looks like North Carolina has the atmosphere.
Oh no, it's just that you learn the skills. That's why you see, even if I know, I still come and refresh my mind.
That's true.
Yeah, you should always keep up with these things because it's, as I say, it is not luck. It is, you have to develop the skill.
Yes.
And there's no, you don't stop learning. Did he tell you how many times I tell him I need my class again, a refresher?
Yeah, all the time, man.
Yeah, because it's a skill you have to keep up with.
That's very good.
There is money in Forex. You can make even 50,000 in a day. but you need to know what you are doing.
You are becoming a
I think
my
you're using
phone.
cell phones.
Huh? Yeah, so you have to keep up with the skills. Yeah.
Yes.
But there is money there, and Didi is doing a good job. I like these classes because I joined them not because I don't know any of these things, but it keep me refreshed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so continue joining this, even if you guys get there and you start making money, don't still continue joining these classes. They are very helpful. They are very helpful.
Yeah. They help a lot, man.
They help a lot.
You'll always find a solution to your mistakes.
Oh yeah, because me, I learned from this. So and trust me, I'm learning too. One new or another new thing that I didn't know every day.
Your strategies.
The strategy. Don't think about the money. Master the strategies. That will save you a lot.
Yeah. And make it
But
simple.
like yesterday, I did how many trades? 2. The first one, when it got to TP1, I think I had already 1,300. I saved that. Boom. I was not me. I don't. My account right now. I have used all my money, so I'm growing it. Then I went back into the game again, but I was looking at the candle as it is growing, and I ended up having 2,500 profit yesterday.
From 1,300. Wow.
Yeah, 2,500. I made a profit of 2,500.
That's beautiful.
And I went there for 2 trades. One was 1,300. I think the other one was the rest of the balance. Yeah. And then I was out. Once you get a certain level, get out. Stop being greedy. Because that
What
greedy.
did you use yesterday?
Yesterday the market was very beautiful.
The market was nice yesterday.
The market was so good.
Yeah. But tell them about how they should be consistent, man. You always send me your setups every day. Every day. I always get your screenshot, your analysis. You write every danger zone you see, every support you see. You always write that. You always draw your lines, man.
You should make this. If you want to become a profitable trader, you should doing this every single day. You wake up Forex. You sleep Forex. Like you wake up, you have to go to those lines, draw them. And if you don't understand it, just shoot that screenshot to Didi. Because it's not really more of, people are going through this in a wrong way. They want to make the money, but they have not mastered the strategies, risk management, the resistance, this what we are being taught right now. You have to really be good at this. And once you are good at this, trust me, you'll make the money. Some days are going to be bad days, and some days are going to be good days. Every day you should wake up, look at your chart, draw those lines, it's like mathematics. Forex is like math. You have to do math every day. For those people who are good in math, the secret of math is doing it. You can't say, I'm gonna ace this mathematics by just looking at it. You have to do it. So there's no shortcut here. There is no shortcut. You have to do it every day, and not even every day. You can even 3 times a day. Go again. Whatever you drew, draw another zone. Play with it until you master it. Once you master it, you thank me later. Because you're just gonna be looking at the chart and you draw the automatic lines and you make the trade. This is a good trade. Boom, you go in. In Kenya, we say kufa dereva kufa makanga.
Yeah, you die once.
You die once. You dive it. You get $7,000 in one trade. Yeah, this what at that day. Oh my goodness, that day was the happiest day. I bought Mr. Didi here the flip, the Samsung Fold.
Yeah, you brought it to me, man.
Yeah, and so this one is real, but there is no shortcut. You have to play your part. You have to practice it. Practice makes perfect. And this is not a get-rich scheme. I always repeat that. So don't hear George made that money say, even me, I'm going to increase my lot size. And you have not mastered your strategy. My friend, you will see your money flying. And you're going to go into depression. And you know how diaspora is hard to get money. So save your capital and risk management. Don't go there greedy. You have to control your greediness.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yep.
Yeah, so guys, I need you to be drawing all those items we've learned so far. Please, I need you guys to be able to identify all those support. For the guys who are doing now, we've learned about support, and I do a very brief one, support and resistance. All these concepts can make you money, and I think I'm doing it on a very simple manner. We have support and resistance. We have the trend lines. Then we have a consolidation, how to trade a consolidating zone. Then now the next one, tomorrow we'll talk about the fib. Which other one did I leave behind? We'll talk about the fib tomorrow. And then in the evening, we'll talk about the fair value gap. Yes. Yeah. So the 3 concepts that we've already learned, they can already make you money. Now, about the support and resistance, that's what we're doing now. We said support is formed. This was a down trade. So when the market rejects and starts to change direction, what is formed here is what we call the support. When the market goes up, changes direction, we are expecting the market to come back to support. So what is left here is what we call the resistance. So the market will always play within your support and within your resistance zone. The market will always come, yes? Yes? Oh, you're talking to my kid. Yeah, so the market will always come from support, come to resistance, go back to support, go back to resistance, go back to support, go back to resistance. It will always play like that. And we said if the support is broken, if this support is broken, if it breaks below this support and breaks with a body, what is formed here, it comes and creates another support. Then this previous support becomes our resistance here. Then you expect that market to come back to support, then go back to resistance. And when this resistance is broken here, it forms, this resistance becomes our support. Then we expect the market to push up to the new what? To the new resistance. So support and resistance. I don't know if we are getting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. When the resistance is broken, we said it will become now our new support. Then we expect the market to push up, form a new resistance, and come back. Now, when we are targeting when we are targeting our support and resistance, there are some instances when the market does not get to the market does not go direct from your support to your resistance. You don't expect this market to push up from support all the way to resistance, then come back smoothly, just like that. You know, the market will move systematically. Sometimes it will come to this area, then come back to support, push up again, try to get to resistance, then come back again to support, creating all this resistance here. Come back to support, move up, then go now to the what? To the resistance. So the market does not move smoothly to this zone. It will continue to create new supports and new resistance. If it's coming back, you expect the market to go all the way to support. You see the market changing direction here, creating a new support here, then going back to resistance, come back to resistance, come back to support. Either break, it might decide to break, create a new support here, go back to this resistance, create a new resistance, and come back again. So you don't expect the market to go smoothly. So how do you know where the market will create all these zones again? When do you know the market will reverse or get rejected? Now, that market will reverse or get rejected when we are using our concept again, back to our concept about the trend lines. So when we draw our trend lines, every time we draw our trend lines, they will show us possible zones where the market might decide to change direction, or to retest, or to consolidate before getting to our resistance. So if this is resistance and this is your support, before the market gets to our resistance, I said the market might decide to reject or to reverse within this area. So how do you know the market will reverse there? We make use of our trend lines, the lines that we are drawing today.
The trend lines.
Yes. So you know when we are pushing resistance and there is a line which we drew, we identified a strong zone here. We might expect the market to consolidate here, make a push up, or just come down again, come back to support, close above, target the next line, some sort of consolidation or rejection, come back to the resistance, yes, which will form a support here. Come back here, break this resistance, and go now to our original resistance. So these lines will help us to know where this market will go, do what? Will consolidate or will reverse before it gets to the resistance. So the lines are very important. We are mixing all these strategies. So when the market is reacting within those lines, when the market is pushing up, then finds a danger zone and starts to play around there, consolidate. Remember, we now use the same approach, how to trade a consolidating market. We identify this consolidation, then we wait for a what? We wait for a breakout. That's what we said, how to trade a consolidating zone. We wait for a breakout, either there or breakout on the lower side. So we are mixing all these strategies. That's why I go step by step. The first approach was consolidation. The second one, the trend lines. And the third one is the support and resistance. So before I get to my resistance, I'll go through all these lines, these danger zones, these stages here. So if I'm at my resistance and I'm targeting the support, you can remember there is a danger zone here. We might have a rejection or a breakout, or the market might decide to do what? Consolidate within this region. So apply all those concepts. Don't say, now I've identified support and resistance. Let me buy from here and just target my resistance here. The market might come, and when it's almost at your resistance, you find a danger zone, and the market might decide to reverse, even come all the way down here. So these lines will help us. The same lines are the lines that will help us to identify our take profits and stop losses, and we talked about that. If you've not attended that session, you can go on YouTube or you can consult me in case you've never attended that session about the trade lines, how to draw these lines. So the same lines will guide me to identify my danger zones. As I target my support, all my resistance, these lines will show me where the market might decide to play games before reaching those targets. So let's mix all those strategies and it will be very helpful. It will be helpful to you. So how do we mark the support and resistance correctly? For us to mark our support and resistance, we look at the tallest candle, the candle with the tallest wick. If this is the downtrend, then we get rejections here. Then we get a tallest wick. This time we are talking about the wick. Then the market changes direction. So we draw only the tallest wick, the longest wick on the lower side. We'll just draw the entire wick. Remember, this is what I mean by the entire wick. If this is my candlestick, so if this is the longest wick at my rejection area, this is what I'm going to draw. You draw the entire wick. Don't just draw. Some people draw the lines going backward. Then I ask myself, does this student know the market is going forward? The market is not going backward. The market is going forward. So you draw from the wick where the wick is starting here, going forward like that. So this will be our support. Then if you want to identify the resistance, the candle with the tallest wick, that's the tallest wick. All these are candles, then changes direction. So we mark this tallest one, the tallest wick. We mark like that. And this is what I mean. We mark like this wick. Going forward, our calendar is not going backwards. Our calendar is pushing forward. So you draw from this wick, going this way. So that's how you can draw your support and resistance. Let's see on our chart. Look at this candle. For instance, look at this. Let's start here. For us to identify our support, this is the support, right? You can see there was a certain change direction. So this wick here is what we can identify as our support. Then came back, this support was broken. You draw this wick, becomes my support. This was my resistance. It was broken. About that one, it's not very strong one. This now very fat here. This tallest candle. It doesn't matter if it's red or green. I'm looking at the tallest wick. This becomes my resistance. Comes down, create a new what? A new support here, which is the tallest wick. This green one is the support. Then here it created a new resistance. Which candle? This one here. Draw the entire wick. You can see. Again, you can see this candle here is the tallest wick. Pushing down. Then this becomes my what? My support here. You draw that wick. Another resistance is here. The tallest wick is this one. You draw. Again, look at this area here. This is the tallest wick. Draw that tallest wick. This one here. At this area, you can see this is the tallest wick. You can draw the entire wick. That's the tallest one. Like that. So that's how you identify your support and resistance. Draw the tallest wick. The candle with the longest wick, either downside, the lower side, or on the upper side. Are we together?
Yes.
What about the candle that doesn't have a wick?
You can also draw the candle if it's a longest candle. No problem, draw. So long as the market has changed. If this green candle would have changed direction at this area, if this would be the tallest candle, I could draw the entire candle. You can draw the entire candle. Because sometimes I'll talk about that when I'll be talking about liquidity in the next session. But for now, I need you just to identify your support. Just look at the week first. I'll talk about that when I'll be talking about liquidity. And I need you guys, a long time since I gave you an assignment to research on. So research about liquidity. Sweep in Forex, what it means. Also research more about support and resistance. Watch so many videos. You don't have to watch my videos. You can watch any other person. But make sure the video that we are watching is maximum 10 minutes or even 5 minutes. Don't watch a long video.
Didi, what time frame do you use for support and resistance?
We said it depends on the kind of a trader you are. If you are a scalper, you can use 1 minute or 55 minutes, 15 or 30, 1 hour. Just use any time frame when you identify your support. But majorly 15 and 30 minutes is stable enough for support and resistance if you are a scalper. 15, 30 minutes are nice for identifying your support and resistance.
Okay. And trend lines only 1 day and 4 hours, right?
Yes?
For trend lines, only 1 day and 4 hours. That's why you draw the trend lines.
Trend lines, you said you draw 1 hour, 4 hours, and 1 day.
All right, thank you.
But in future, you can go as low as 15 minutes if you've already understood the system. So without much ado, I need you guys to draw all those zones. Identify for me the support and resistance. Identify for me the consolidating zones and draw the trend lines. That is very important for us to continue pushing forward. Geoffrey, are we together?
Yes.
Any question, Geoffrey?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Didi.
Yes, how are you? How is South Africa?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Yes,
fine.
yes. I don't even know if this is a fair question to ask, but I think I'm going to ask it because this is where I am when it comes to this whole trading thing. You know, when you went through so much strategies and all of that, when it messes up with your psychology, that's where I am. I haven't funded. I'm just looking at the charts every day. So even when George was like, yesterday was a beautiful day, I was watching everything. How would you advise us to approach the market? You know, when the week begins, per se, one is interested in New York session or London session. When I open my charts, what should be the first thing that comes to mind? What should be the second thing that comes to mind? When it comes to executing a trade, what should I be taking into consideration? Because I think that's where I am mentally, where my psychology is a little bit messed up because of all of the knowledge that I'm taking in, you know? So I don't know. That's just my question on my end.
Now, I said the rule number 1, I said when you want to join my class and you want to be, just forget about what you've learned before first. To be easy for you. That's what I said. If you want to make a difference, just forget about what you learned to see first if what I'm teaching you is making sense with you. Forget about all that so that you can make it easy, because you can see my approach. I make Forex to be very easy. I make my analysis are very simple.
You do, Didi, and trust you me, I understand most of the stuff that we're doing. I'm just battling a little bit with the fair value gaps, spotting them, marking them and all of that. But I'm like, how do I, like, on a daily, when I open my charts, what do I focus on? Like the steps to take. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if it's a fair question to ask because our approach is all going to be different, you know? But I'm not gonna lie, these classes are very helpful. I love the fact that I'm actually understanding what's going on, but I just need to know, like, I don't know, just before execution and all of that, like, what should I really be looking at and focusing on mainly?
We said we wait for our confirmation. When we get a breakout, enter. If you practice all these, it will be easy for you to handle your psychology. practices a lot of times. Spend a lot of time on the chart. Then be confident. If you're not confident enough, when you place a trade, just call me. Just WhatsApp me, send me a screenshot and tell me, I've placed this trade. What do you think? And that has been very
I think I
helpful.
would do it because you would love how I trade. I would
Yes.
do my analysis and
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. No,
I'm
I'm
saying I
saying
would do my analysis.
yes.
I would look at my zones and everything, and I would okay, again, the liquidity sweeps things, they used to catch me a lot. They used to catch me a lot. And even if I go into a very good trade, I'm just not confident enough.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just the
why.
truth. I would go in, and after the first candle closes, then I'm out. And then I'm like, but why can't you just hold it? Why can't you hold it? You
No,
know,
that's why.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you are very consistent, if you feel you are not consistent, you have fear. That's what I was battling with George. He used to send me a screenshot and tell me, bro, this thing is going down. Then I could tell him, now hold. So he became very confident in that. I could tell him he could enter a trade and just hold. He's in red, then he could hold until now he becomes profitable. The same thing is happening to Edu. Edu is here. Edu, every time he takes a trade, he always send me a screenshot and tell me, hey bro, nimeingia kitu. Will it buy or will it continue selling? Should I hold or I should just leave and I should close? So with that, with the constant communication, it was very, very easy for him to build the confidence with George and Edu. And the same thing happens to Kate. Kate could call me and tell me, hey, Didi, I've entered this trade and I think it's not going to the direction that I think it's going. Can you confirm for me? And trust you me, the guys who have been consistent, who have been making profits in my group, it's because they have been they always keep in touch with me. They always tell me when they enter. If you have fear, they always tell me, I've taken this trade. What do you think? Will it go up or will it continue selling? Will it go down or will it continue buying? They always send me their screenshots. And that has helped them to build their confidence. Because you just need someone you can call and ask, do you think
Didi, can
I
you hear
should
me?
hold this trade? Yes. And I
Didi, can you hear
am
me?
always online. Yes, I can hear you. Continue.
Okay, I want to ask, for how long can you hold a trade?
Now it depends on your confidence. I've been holding for more than 5 hours. It has drained me, but at least I did not close with a loss. It depends with you.
And also it depends how fat your account is.
Yes, sometimes how fat your account is.
Okay, but I understand. Okay. Let me ask another question.
You
I
can even
understand.
enter 1
Okay,
minute
I
and
understand
close.
that's okay. Maybe no. Okay, about the holding a trade. Maybe I understand. Maybe if you hold maybe for overnight, there are charges that are charged a swap fee.
Yes, swap fee.
Okay, what percentage?
It depends with the broker.
Oh, depends on the broker.
Yes. But I don't
So it's
advise my students to hold a trade overnight because some brokers are very tricky because the market can open with a very big spread, then it will take a lot of your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't
So
hold
you
a trade. I don't
okay,
advise
maybe
my
if
students
you're
to
going
hold that.
on.
Yes. Why should
Oh,
you
okay,
hold
now
a
I get
trade
it. I
overnight?
understand.
If you're in losses, just accept the loss
Maybe
and close that
yeah,
trade.
if you're
Wait
in
for
losses.
tomorrow. Close that trade and wait for
Okay.
tomorrow. Wait for another setup. You recover that money.
Okay.
Don't just hold that. Some people, I've seen this happen to some students. When they see they are in losses, now they start to top up their account. Then run and deposit again. Deposit and deposit,
Yeah.
deposit and deposit, so that you can hold that trade to avoid losing.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they find themselves
Okay.
themselves losing a lot, losing more. So you better accept that loss and say, now, George, when I was teaching George how not to use stop loss, because he was admiring my style of trading. I just told him, George,
Yeah.
have your maximum loss. My maximum loss, according to me, is $500. Though today I was holding until almost 4K. I could tell him just whatever you're comfortable of if you are comfortable with losing $100, just close that trade, close with that $100 loss, then wait for another setup. And you could always do that. You could get to a loss of $100, then you could tell me, bro, I closed mine very early ago, some hours ago, and you are still holding. So with that discipline, it will help you build your account and confidence. Just trust your process. Let go, learn to let go. I had some students who could order trade for 3 days, are losing trade for 3 days. How? Some others, when they see they are losing and you are holding a buy, they now start to sell. So you find we call that hedging. You have a buy position and you have a sell position. So they are balancing each other. At the end of the day, it's your money which is going. And you hold that trade for almost a month, buy and sell the same time. That's a demon that I always pray not to enter into my students. So when you see the market is buying, buy. If the market is selling, sell. Don't enter for a buy and sell the same time. Just accept the loss and say, that loss is enough for me. Let me relax. Let me not revenge. Let me wait for another setup tomorrow. I'll recover that money. And we'll obviously do that.
And also remember, if you put $50 and you want to hold, what are you holding?
You are holding with $50.
If you put $100, what are you holding? Please. Some things, that's why your capital also matters. Me, I used to, there's a time I called Didi and I told Didi I've blown 5,000. I could not believe it because I was holding until it was red and then it just shut off.
It closes all the positions one by one.
I got an email. Oh my goodness. Hey, that day, man.
Your account is blowing, top up.
Was the baddest day of my life because it took 5,000 just flew in less than 5 minutes.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy, guys. Honestly, it's not easy. Did you know when you listen to these Forex people, they'll talk about FOMO, greed and all of that, and you're thinking, okay, they've spoken about this, I'll try and avoid it until you get into the markets, and then you're thinking to yourself, so this is me revenge trading, this is me doing this. It's the weirdest thing ever that you would actually see yourself doing that. But I've never hedged. That's something I've never experienced, and I don't think I'd ever do that. But FOMO, I've done that. Revenge trading has blown my account. You just go through these things and you're thinking, wow. You know, you just sit there by yourself and thinking, how did I not think this could ever happen to me? You know? But it's crazy, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like right now, I'm not funding. And I'm actually I love the space that I'm in. I'm like, just stay away from the markets a little bit, and then you'll get back, get your mind together, and then go in and just do things a little different again.
Okay, that's why I'm telling you. When you enter trade, if you have fear, for you to overcome that fear, always reach out to me. I'll encourage you on how
Thank you, I
to.
will. Thank you,
Yes,
I will.
always reach out to me. When you place a trade, just always reach out to me. You guys don't suffer in silence.
When are we going to actually place our first trade?
No, it depends. Some people are already trading and making money.
But now the thing is, we have learned, about the consolidation and the support and resistance, but to actually what to look for when the candle breaks. What do you look for? Do you use the 5 minutes and then retest, or how do you enter? Maybe
No,
that's
I
what
just
we
want
need
us
to
to,
know.
if you are using demo, I just want you to be able to identify if the market has broken your zone. We said we buy, when to buy, just buy, practice just to buy, sell, practice, buy, sell using your analysis. About retest, about retracement, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is on Friday, I'll talk about that. I just want you to not to complicate it. Because if I start talking about retest, all retracement, you guys will get lost. Let's just go step by step. You know, this is support, this is resistance. I'm expecting if I get a bearish candle, strong bearish candle like this one, I'm expecting a sell. Sell that position. Let it sink in you fast. Experience it fast before you complicate it. So that's why we need, if you are not using demo now, you should already be practicing with those 3 accounts. I gave the guys in group 4, group 3, and group 2. I had given you enough time, almost a week or 2, to practice. I think some people thought, now Didi has counted us. We are no longer having the online classes. And some people were already trading and making money when the others are waiting for me to start the class again. Because I needed you guys to practice and practice a lot before we do the next session. I am not a scammer. Never hear
What
any
demo?
scandal.
What demo are you using? What demo should we use? The excellent markets or which one?
No, we are using MetaTrader 5 for demo. You could have reached out to me so that I help you create that account.
Okay.
What are you saying?
We are using MetaTrader 5.
Are you available today after the class?
Tomorrow. I'm going for dinner. It's almost 11. I've not taken dinner, man.
Didi, I think for me, I have failed to get hold of you this week. I have not set up any meta class. I don't know if it's MT5 you're talking about. I'm on my demo and I think you're so busy.
Are you using demo?
I'm using demo and I just need to get hold of you.
You want to use your real account? What do you mean?
No, there are some things you're talking about. I don't have a real account yet.
Yeah.
So I get lost in what you're saying about the real account. I just use the demo.
Are you now confident with the demo? Have you analyzed the market using your on your own and placed a trade on demo?
50-50 maybe.
Maybe we need a lesson to help us, all of us together, to open a demo or how to set up the MT5.
Can we do that tomorrow then? Before we do the next session? Instead, we just do let's just use I teach you on how to use the demo tomorrow.
Okay.
Instead of doing the class, so that we do the next class about the we've learned about what? About the fair, before we do the fair value gaps. Can you do something about how to use the demo, how to create the demo? We create tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it in the morning, same time.
Didi, I'm fine with the demo account, so I won't be class.
Okay, let's do this. Whoever has an issue about Hassan, sorry man. So today I had a very long day when I was
Yeah, bro, no problem, brother. I was trying to talk to you right now, but anytime you have time for tomorrow or morning, I will be available.
Let's do tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, let me sort you the live account. And
okay, what time at your side?
Tomorrow at let's do it tomorrow at let me see, tomorrow breakfast. Are you available at 9 Kenyan, 8 Kenyan time?
8 a.m. right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I will be available. All right, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
You guys,
so we'll have the class at 8.
No, tomorrow we'll just be doing about how to create the account and how to use the account, how to enter for a buy or a sell tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Okay. But before then, download this app. Before we meet that time, I need you to download MetaTrader 5, all MT5 on your phone, not on your PC, on your phone. Before we meet tomorrow.
On the phone, okay.
Yes.
So we're just going to do for the MetaTrader 5, MT5.
Tomorrow we are doing MetaTrader 5 and TradingView. Whoever has an issue, we are going through MetaTrader 5 and TradingView tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
I've said 8 a.m. Kenyan time. So tomorrow, everyone through the day, if you'll be awake, you should be able to practice with a demo account. Or if you want, you should practice, you can practice with a real account. Yes.
So the regular class will not be there.
No, the regular class will pause a bit because of this issue first.
Okay, fine.